On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry here for Robinson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Jaguars nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down now, it's Lindsay. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
He's brought down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a carry from back. And Down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Complete.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
At the Jaguars' 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. On the ground, it's Mack. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Devon Hamilton.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll run it with Mack. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue. But to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
13 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
And it's 3rd down. That's the end of the first quarter.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
For the field goal, a 20-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Third and 2, Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And a sack there by Josh Allen, and sometimes we have to draw the distinction. Is it the Buffalo quarterback, or is it the Jacksonville sack artist, as we just saw there? Former first-round pick, huge impact in his rookie year in 2019. 10.5 sacks and 2 forced fumbles.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
First down, right back to Lindsey. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
44-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Kaepernick. Caught Eifert over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down,
good catch there by Tyler Eifert. And Jacksonville, who needed help at the tight end position, signed him to do exactly that. Spent his first 7 years in Cincinnati, a terrific red zone threat.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
47's the mic.
Watson, off play action. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
This is our time. Our time.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the rookie, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for Kaepernick. Hit. Fumble. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. There he goes, right side. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first two possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
32-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
The 34-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
44, Mike, 85. We own them. We own them. 44 is Mike, 44 is Mike. Check. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This time they stay on the ground, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime here and a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Check, 1-7. Tackles.
To throw is Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The open man is Smith. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Mack. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
On first down, Kaepernick. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
On the carry.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Lonnie Johnson picks it.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
After the interception, here's Watson. Being chased out left. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. From the gun, here's Watson. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 21-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. To the air yet again, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Kaepernick going to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Third down.
Here's third and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D lineman, you play the run.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Rico Gafford, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. call it a 3-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it down with Robinson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
On 1st down, Robinson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 47-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
29 is the Mike 29.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. Past the 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown,
Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Texans 38. Jaguars 17.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
28-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
47 is the Mike, boy. 47. Check, 47. Mike, you better bring it. 47 Mike, 24. We got
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Exit. 47 is the Mike, 47 is the Mike.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. From right side, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
1st and 10.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Watson now to throw. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go. Check, check, big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Rico Gafford, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Let him know.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 7 yards.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Bradley Roby.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They run. Robinson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here we go.
Here's Lindsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Texans, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.